All right, man. Ooh, bright lights.
Right.
Let's do it. Am I just looking right here?
Yeah, you can look at the camera and or me.
Okay.
Or kind of whatever's like natural.
Bet.
Tell us who you are.
My name is Carson Coulter, 24-year-old from South Dakota, relocated to Phoenix, Arizona.
All right. What do you do, Carson?
Currently, I'm a brand owner, creative director, a bunch of different things for a brand that I started called You Are Up to You. And I also help out with, just started a media agency as well.
Okay. And within what you do professionally, on the opposite end of the spectrum, what is a current pastime of yours? How do you spend that leisure time?
Current pastime, I hoop a lot. I love to hoop. So I came into that. I do that a lot in my free time. And other than that, it's just a lot of creating. Fashion, I love fashion. So I like to make clothes, and that's part of my brand as well.
Right. So what you currently do and almost what you do in your pastime, there's an intersection between the two. And at the peak of it is You're Up to You. Can you tell us about what that is?
About what You Are Up to is?
Yes.
So You Are Up to You is basically a quote that I first read that kind of altered my perspective and ultimately changed my life. Before that, it was a lot of victim mentality. I was blaming other people for not living the life that I wanted or having the things that I wanted. And ultimately, that quote kind of came across into my life, and I turned that into a brand to kind of inspire other people to, it's up to them, whatever they want. They just got to put the work in. They can't point the finger and blame other people for their situation. So that's ultimately what that is.
And I do want to ask you as well, what currently fulfills you?
I think the biggest thing for me is having other people. Actually, the thing that fulfills me is like living out exactly what I want to be doing every single day. Expressing myself authentically is kind of like the true fulfillment for me. And then other people seeing me do that and inspiring them to live their way, live their life authentically and be themselves is fulfilling for me.
And has You're Up to You been a pivotal aspect in allowing you to fulfill yourself and have that sense of connection, like as you progress the brand and yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for a while I had a lot of when I had that victim mentality and I was blaming other people, I also had a sense of fake confidence. I wasn't really fully myself. I was super insecure. So just that quote reminded me, just You Are Up to You, just reminds me to, be with myself, whatever I like, do what I want to do. And yeah, it's definitely.
So what do you feel like helped you as far as developing that core concept of confidence within yourself? Obviously, you had that You Are Up to You, but what outside of that got you rid of that victim mentality and
Mhm.
really who you are today?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was actually just doing the work that I put off a lot. I think confidence comes from doing the things you say you're going to do. So rather than just hey, I'm going to do this tomorrow, I'm going to do this tomorrow, that's actually just eating away at your confidence.
So yeah, it's like what you're saying, you're lying to yourself, and it's like if you can't trust yourself, then how could you expect other people to trust you?
Mhm.
But like I was saying, David Goggins, he had this quote that said, "True confidence is doing and saying and being the person that you say that you are."
Mhm.
So how have you shown up for yourself every day, getting 1% better?
I would say I'm very habit oriented. So if the night before, the week before, I set myself a plan and then I make sure to follow that plan. Even if I have to deviate a little bit, then that's fine. But I just plan everything. And so I think that helps a lot is, again, doing what I say I'm going to do. And that's just how it works for me.
Right. So do you feel like, obviously your brand is based around clothing,
Hmm.
but I feel like it's more of an inspirational thing.
Yeah.
Inspiring other people as well too.
Hmm.
Have you seen that? Have you seen the inspiration from
Yeah.
other people?
Early on when I started, I was pushing the message a lot more than the clothing because I didn't have any pieces to share. So it was really the message was the main thing, still is the main thing. But yeah, a lot of people reaching out this is what I needed to hear, change kind of my habits, had myself look in the mirror and figure things out. So, and I'm pivoting back towards that because I'm kind of getting back to the roots of why I started the brand. I got kind of sidetracked and excited by clothes and things like that. But now I'm going back to my roots and really pushing the message and inspiring people that way. So.
Yeah. So yeah, do you feel like through this time you kind of developed your purpose? You understand
this is what I need to be doing.
Yeah,
My drive for myself.
for sure. Yeah, that was huge. When I started getting a little bit of traction, I started to, again, look at what other people do, got like shiny object syndrome, started like kind of losing my brand identity of why I started in the first place, which is easy to do when you see a little bit of success. So yeah, it got back to my roots of like, why did I actually start this brand? To inspire people to, be up to them and create their reality and eliminate their victim mentality. So as of recently, that's been huge for me. I had a random person reach out to me and just sent me a message like needed to see this today, and that just got me right back to where I needed to be. Seriously.
Within the development, what you're creating now, I have a two-part question. What does Europe to you look like in the future? How do you hope to spend your time in the future?
Yeah. So long term, as far as Europe to you, obviously I just want clothing is the platform for the message, but the message is the main thing. I have aspirations of going and speaking and spreading this message. So this is obviously really cool for me, and just having Europe to you kind of be like a global message, just like how Nike is just do it. That's kind of my vision for it. I also pivoted the logo, so the symbol of like the blank smiley face. I want that to be known as well as all these other brands are, and just so when people see that, it's just a symbol of accountability, and getting rid of their victim mentality and creating their reality. So that's kind of the future for it. I think it's gonna push more into pushing the message to the masses rather than just clothing. I think that's a creative outlet for me, but the message is how I get that out there. Straight.
Carson, this is it, man. I appreciate you for just taking the time to talk to me about sharing your brand identity, and spreading that message, because that's something that people need, something I need.
Yeah.
So is there any last thing that you'd like to spread?
No, man, I appreciate this opportunity. This is cool. I like what you guys are doing with everything, so excited to see what happens. Appreciate it. Dope, man. That was easy.